100%. Glad you're with us on this spectacular sub 80-degree day. Man, is this refreshing here on the shores of Lake Erie.
And big Slade Ciccone on the bump for the guards.
He's had a very good month of June.
As Donovan strides to the plate, he's 1 for 4 in the series and starts today's play with a .300 average for the Cardinals. Ciccone works out of the stretch. And his first is on the way, and rifle toward right center field. That's well hit. That ball is gone. Leadoff homer, Brendan Donovan on the game's first pitch. And here we go in Cleveland.
Well, why let the young starter ease into it? When you get yourself a cookie, you eat it. And that's exactly what Donnie did. Drives it out for his 6th of the season. Way to be ready early.
Gives the Cardinals a 1-0 lead.
Mason Wynn, the shortstop.
Ciccone's pitch, and that's hit hard up the middle of the infield. Ball that goes off the glove of the shortstop Arias and off Schneemann. A base hit as Wynn hit that one in the right spot.
And Alec with a 2-run homer here last night. One of his 31 hits in the month of June.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a high fastball. Really well executed by Slade Ciccone for the first out here in inning number 1.
So it's ball 4, sending Wynn to second, Contreras to first. Here's Lars Nootbaar and delivers. Curveball, strike 3 called on the inside corner.
Second strikeout, 2 down.
Nolan had a big night last night. See what he can do here with 2 on, 1 in, 2 outs.
The 1-2 pitch swung on, grounded toward short. Arias plants, throws to first in time. Inning is over. 1-0 Redbirds in the middle of the first.
16th start of the year here for Miles Michaelis. Got to feel good to have a lead. That's something that he hasn't pitched with a ton of.
Juan hitless in 4 trips last night in the series opener.
And this one popped in the air toward left center. Wynn's got that one. And so does Victor Scott the second. Juan flies out and 1 away.
Manzardo batting .293 over the last 13 ball games. Manzo wraps one up the alley. Burleson, the right fielder, cuts it off and holds him to a 1-out single.
And look who's back. Posey out with that bruised forearm last night after being drilled, and he's back, hitting .317, 13 homers, 38 runs batted in.
Another try, 1 and 2, and he got him. A swing and a miss. And Michaelis has his first strikeout. Manzardo at first, now 2 men down.
That'll bring up Carlos Santana.
Full count pitch. Manzardo takes off, and a breaking ball, a beauty.
After 1 on the Donovan home run, the Cardinals lead 1-0 in Cleveland.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Kyle Manzardo will lead it off for Cleveland.
Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and he drills one high and deep to center. Will it carry? Back is Scott. He's at the wall. Leaps. It's gone. A home run. Kyle Manzardo.
Manzo with home run number 13 ties the game at 1.
He had a good at-bat in his first time up. That's giving up 2 hits, and both of them coming off Manzardo.
Santana works a walk. Here comes Lane Thomas. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, line drive down the left field line. Fair ball, and it rolls all the way to the wall. Racing to third is Santana. He'll be held up there as Thomas cruises into second base with a stand-up double. And now the Guardians have it set up. Runners at second and third. Only 1 out for Schneemann as they look to take their first lead on the day.
Schneemann with a hard hit ball to second. That'll get the go-ahead run home. 2-1 Guardians. Schneemann RBI number 22 on the year. Lane Thomas moves to third.
So 2-1 Cleveland. Jones a strikeout victim his first time up. The 3-2 swung on, and that's drilled to left center. It's hit well, headed toward the gap, and it hits the wall. Bounce back into play, and Jones is on his way to second as Thomas scores from third, and the Guardians now lead it 3-1. And Jones drives in the run, his 21st RBI on the season, and it is a 3-run uprising for the Guardians. Gabriel Arias steps in, and Jones is now 90 feet away on his 5th stolen base. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball. Deep left center field, way back there. Home run Arias! And it's the big inning for the Guardians. A 5-run inning. Cleveland now leads it 5-1 on the 2-run bomb from Arias. Austin Hedges steps in, lines one to right. That's a base hit.
Stephen Kwan, the 9th man to bat in the inning.
How's it takes? Look at this. Here's
Tattooed.
another one. Yep.
Deep right. Off the wall.
Get going, man.
Hedges around third. He will score. Quan into third with a 2-out RBI triple.
Hedges scores from first. Quan with a triple, and it's 6-1 Guardians. And we'll head to the fifth. It's 6-1.
Ciccone with a 5-run lead issues a 2-out walk. Let's see if Mason Wynn can move Donovan along. That's lined toward left. That's headed for the corner. Donnie streaks around second. He's on his way to third. Mason Wynn with an ambush job puts runners second and third. That's his 15th double. And you mentioned Alec Burleson. This would be a perfect time for him to make things loud. Little flare headed to shallow left. That's going to drop and score two. Burleson might have broken his bat, but he drives in 2 runs with 2 outs, and the Cardinals trim the lead to 3.
Well, after ripping one 400 feet foul down the right field line, he dumps one into left field.
So Ciccone can't get out number 15. He departs, allowing 3 runs. It's now a 6-3 score here in game 2.
And as we go to the 6th inning, Matt Festa stays on.
2 batters up, 2 batters on, and here's Nolan Gorman, who could tie the game with 1 swing.
First and third, nobody out, 6th inning. Swing, shot center field. That's a run scoring hit. 3 straight Cardinal hits make it 6-4.
First and second, nobody out. The Cardinals are down by 2. Setting up Joel Pozo.
Ground ball, base hit. 4 straight singles for the Cardinals, and they're loaded.
And I would think that's all for Festa. 4 straight hits. It sure didn't take long for a 6-1 lead to become very precarious. And Tim Herron being summoned from the Cleveland bullpen.
The pitch to Victor Scott. Line down the right field line. That's a hit. It's going to score 2 to tie the game. On to third base, Joel Pozo. Scott into second safely. That didn't take long. 5 consecutive hits. The Cardinals have knotted the game.
Second and third, nobody out after 5 straight singles. Donovan scored 2 runs. Swing, fly ball headed for left center. Lane Thomas drifts back. That ought to score a run. Victor's going to tag and head to third. The throw comes in close and safe. It's a sac fly for Donovan. The Cardinals take a 7-6 lead.
Mason Wynn has 2 hits today, looking for an RBI here.
Ground ball towards second. There'll be no play at the plate. The Cardinals play ABC baseball and bring home Victor Scott.
We go to the 7th. St. Louis with an 8-6 advantage. Left-hander Kobe Allard has entered for Cleveland.
Wilson is 0 for 2 plus a walk.
And now Allard, a former Braves farmhand, delivers, and that's ripped into left center field. That's going to get down and roll to the wall. Contreras around first. He's on his way to second. So there it is, hit number 900 for Wilson Contreras, a ringing double to lead off the 7th.
Bottom of the 8th, Phil Maton staying on, got the last out of the 7th inning.
Maton walking a pair, giving up a base hit, and a pinch hitter for Austin Hedges. It was going to be Bo Naylor. Now it's Angel Martinez.
With the bases loaded, Maton's pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Guardians leave the bases loaded. We go to the 9th. The Cardinals lead the Guardians 8-6.
Contreras has walked and doubled today. Also stole third base. Swing and a drive. Hammer deep toward left. That baby is long gone. A huge insurance run homer for Contreras.
A chip that right there was a thing of beauty from Contreras.
Oh, that extra run is so helpful here in the top of the 9th inning.
Hopefully Ryan Helsley put a bow on things here. 29th game of the season, looking for save number 16.
The Cardinals are a strike away from a very impressive comeback win. Line to left. On comes Noon. He's got it. And that is your ball game.
Helsley picks up the save, his 16th of the year.
The Cardinals came back from a 6-1 deficit to beat the Guardians 9-6.